Hey guys, RK Figs here. The health and development of our beloved fig trees, and really all plants, is something very important for us gardeners. It's a great feeling when everything is healthy and growing well. Knowing what your fig tree needs and when is the right time to administer those needs is very important. So, here are some great indicators to help you figure out what those needs are. Let's start with the most basic need and get it out of the way. When you look in your pot, you see what looks like dry planting medium. It could be that only the top is dry from the sun, or some other reason. You don't want your fig tree sitting in too much water. Most fig trees don't like it too wet. So, to determine if it does need more water, you could stick your finger in about an inch below the soil line and make sure it's really dry before watering. This looks pretty good to me. So, here we have this tree, and you can kind of see how the planting medium seems to be pulling away from the edge of the pot. This is a sign that your tree needs water, but it could also be a sign that it's root bound. So we can water it for now, but we have to keep our eyes on it. And if we see it constantly looking like this every day, then it's probably root bound and outgrown the pot that it's in. So now we have to make a decision whether to pot it up to give the roots more space to grow or to root prune it. Obviously, potting up is always best because fig trees like the room and they grow really well. But who wants to carry around a big heavy pot and lug it in the garage and out of the garage for winter storage? So this is where you have to make a decision as to what is the right pot for you and if you need to root prune or up pot. All right, let's take a look at this guy here. After a long winter, you notice one of your trees hasn't woken up and started sprouting leaves. So, is it still alive? How to tell? Well, what you can do is scratch the bark a little, and if you see some green under there, your tree should still be alive. But if it's not green, it could either be that only that branch is dead or the whole tree. So, to tell, you have to keep scratching and working your way down until hopefully you see some green. Before I continue, I just want to say quickly that if you're enjoying these videos, please don't forget to hit the like icon. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell icon. This way you can be notified anytime I release a new video. I got some great content planned for this coming fig season, and you definitely don't want to miss it. All right, let's move on. How to tell? You notice your tree is not doing well. It may also be showing that same example we previously mentioned about the planting medium pulling away from the pot. Your tree could be root bound. This means your roots have reached the edge of your pot and are circling and choking your tree. This is one of the reasons I prefer square pots. And if you haven't seen my video on pots, I strongly recommend you check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. All right, how to tell? Your tree is full of branches and may even be producing figs, but they never ripen in time. So this could have many possibilities. One is you have way too many branches, and you have to make sure your branches and top growth is fairly balanced with the size of your roots. So, when you have a tiny little pot and monstrous branches, you may either need to prune away some of those branches or maybe even thin out some of the figs on the tree, as painful as it may be. However, it could be that you have a variety that takes way too long to ripen in our short season. Black Madeira is the best tasting fig, I agree. But getting it to ripen in time is a major challenge for me every year. Varieties like Ronde de Bordeaux and my LSU champagne here, Improved Celeste, these guys ripen really early. And I'm hoping this new Pinta Silga that surprised me last year, and I can't wait to find out when it ripens this year. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. The other reason, and actually the worst of all, could be that you have a Smyrna fig instead of a common fig. And if you live outside the fig wasp zone, that's a whole other topic. And it's very interesting. One of my most watched videos, in fact. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Again, I'll leave a link in the description. You know, the good news with fig trees is many pests like to stay away, thanks to this white latex in the leaves and branches and even the actual figs before they properly ripen. However, most other pests that refuse to stay away can be treated with neem oil. That I explain in my pests video. Again, I'll leave a link in the description. Generally, if you keep your fig tree healthy and satisfy all the nutrition requirements, your tree will always grow healthy and give you many delicious fruits for you and your family to enjoy. And I have a great video on properly fertilizing and feeding your fig tree as well. You guessed it. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. I'm RK Figs.